Donnie Ray, and we back in this bitch for another Donnie Ray's No Fucking Filter album review. So last week, I reviewed Danny Brown's "You Know What I'm Saying" album. I think I gave that an 8.5 out of 10. Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I gave it. So this week, doing uh, Wale's "Wow, That's Crazy" album. So if anybody knows anything about me, you know that me personally, I don't fuck with Wale pretty much at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with his personality. He kind of corny to me. He kind of like, I feel like he too conceited for his skill level. I feel like he think he better than he is, which I mean, I feel like I guess everybody should, but still that doesn't mean I need to like him. Uh, but I pride myself. I feel like I can pretty much remain subjected to everything. So he has hits. I'm not gonna deny that. Lotus Flower Bomb, and he has a couple of the songs that was hits. And those songs are cool, but like I said, me personally, I don't really fuck with Wale. So initially, you know what I'm saying, I came into this album not really expecting too much. I was expecting a lot of rambling because that's what I've known Wale to do. A bunch of rambling on some tracks, and I end up like losing me. Be like, "What are you talking about? I don't really know what this nigga's talking about. Click, turn them off," type shit. But so I wasn't expecting too much. But like I said, I want to go in and review this album. Actually, I saw a lot of people like trashing the album initially on Twitter, and then like a couple of days later, I seen people were giving the album good reviews. So I was kind of just like, huh, I wonder, you know what I'm saying, what this album's talking about. So, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to check it out, listen to it a handful of times. I always feel like you gotta listen to something at least 3 times to be able to like fully digest it. So like if somebody just listened to something one time, you know what I'm saying, they just got like a little taste of the album. Didn't get time to digest because as I get this review, you'll see on some of these songs, like as I listened to the album 3, 4, 5 times, the song started to grow on me. So initially, I thought there was like too many features on this album, but as I was listening to the features didn't really like overtake the album, didn't make it less of a Wale album. Now there definitely were some standout features on here, especially that black feature, Bryson Tiller feature, and that little Dirk feature for sure. Those definitely some standout features. But the features on here they didn't really like overtake the album. Wasn't like too much. It was a good balance between Wale and the features. But initially I wasn't expecting that. I was like, this nigga was just getting features. So like I said, initially I thought too many features, but turned out not being that. So the first song is called "Sue Me," and this was like a good little intro song. I know I say that for a lot of the intros, but they're also I've heard a lot of albums where it's like, I don't know if I would have picked that for the intro track, bruh. Like I feel like you got to kind of come hard on the intro track, or like kind of set like the direction of the album. And I felt like he kind of set a good direction of the album. It's like I said, a song called "Sue Me." Had like a cool little vibe. I felt like it was like a song that black people would love. It's like the hook was fucking "Sue Me, I'm rooting for everybody that's black." You know, I had like that I said gospel, god damn it. Gospel feel, you nigga, you know what I'm saying? I had a little gospel feel, like choirish, like that Chance the Rapper type vibe. Kind of what I'm expecting with that Jesus's King album, that just like real wide, gospel choir sound. And I just felt like on the verses, he was just reflecting on his past, and he was just like bigging up black people. You know, like I said, it was just like a good little intro track, just kind of setting the vibe for the whole album. And then the next track was called "Love and Loyalty," and that was featuring Manny Wells. And it had like a little like island vibe, island vibe, island king. Had a little island vibe on it. It wasn't like a Caribbean vibe like that one Drake song, but it was like definitely a popish type vibe. I feel like the hook was the best part of this song. It wasn't really one of the standout songs to me. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like one of my songs I need to add to the playlist or nothing like that. So then the third track was called Cliche, and this song was like kind of more my speed. It was like if you know anything about me, I fuck with that smooth shit, and it had like a real just like smooth beat vibe, look kind of slow, and the song was just about life. And I actually felt like Wale was outspit on this fucking song by that nigga Boogie. Shout out Boogie, that nigga Chris fuck with Boogie. But I feel like he definitely outspit Wale on this song. He had a bar. It was like sit and think about the right path. Could be the wrong direction. But falling back is progress. It's all about perspective. Like you can't me just saying it. It's kind of like okay, but like now when you hear it on the actual song, like that was a bar, and I just felt like Boogie showed up. He outspit Wale on that track. So the next song was Expectations, and that song had Black on it. And like I said, this was one of the standout features of me. Um, Black was on the hook, killed the fucking hook. He had a little verse, he killed the hook. And like I never dove too much into Black. Like I like that one what is it, Problem song, I think it's called. I like that song. And I kind of tried to listen to his album. Wasn't really my like speed at that time. Not my it was more my speed, but it was really my vibe at the time. So I'm gonna have to go back and check that out because like every time I hear him on the feature, he damn near kills it. So like I said, he killed it on the hook. Uh, Wale was damn near spitting. Uh, and Wale's verse was just about the expectations that society puts on women and the pressure that they got to meet these expectations. And I feel like a lot of women will be able to relate to that, obviously. And it's like last verse he was like telling a girl if she change her body, do it for her, don't do it for anybody else. And I feel like that's like a I don't want to say a cliche message, but it's like a message that I've heard before for people saying that if women want to change their bodies, they need to do it for themselves, blah, blah, blah. So I felt like that was a cool little song. Like, I definitely fuck with it. Like I said, that was a standout feature from Black. And then the next track was called BGM. And the beat definitely initially reminded me of like an Anderson Paak beat, like that song that he has with Damo Genesis. I don't really, I forget what the name of it is. But anyway, BGM obviously stand for Black Girl Magic. And on this song, he's talking about how he feels about Black women's love. And he's just recognizing the shit that Black women have to deal with. And like he's using the metaphor of magic, you know what I'm saying? Like he's saying, obviously, like he's straight out saying on the hook, I don't know how you did it. Must be magic, but like he's using that metaphor of magic, like you know what I'm saying. Magic is supposed to be a trick, you know what I'm saying. So it's supposed to be something you don't know how it happened, how they did it, but they did it. It's just magic. It just is what it is. So that's what he's saying. It's like magic, the shit that Black women have to deal with. You don't know how they get through it, but they just do it. So I fuck with that song. It just had a real good vibe. And next song was Love by Bryson Tiller. I said by Bryson Tiller, featuring Bryson Tiller. So Love with Bryson Tiller had Bryson Tiller on the hook. The beat had a nice little bounce to it for sure. And the verses were just about different situations that they've had with Love. Um, I fucked with the way that Wale came in on the beat, like just initially started bobbing my head. I felt like he rode the beat nicely. And then that goes into the next song called On Chill. That's featuring Jeremiah. Jeremiah fucking killed the hook. It just had a good vibe. Wale had some cool little verses. None of the verses was like too stand out, nothing stuck out. It was like damn, blah blah blah. But like the whole song just had a cool little vibe. So one at the end, after listening to these albums, it's not over, but just like I just want to make a point. Uh, while I was listening to this album, just like those last couple of songs, like I was like vibing with all of them. Like starting at like Cliche, Expectations, BGM, Love, On Chill. That was like five straight songs. You know what I'm saying? That was like five straight solid songs. Like I can't even lie, those are five straight solid songs. And then it just kind of fucks it up to me, which probably won't be to a lot of other people. But just for me, it fucked it up like when it went to Routine. Because I don't really fuck with Meek Mill too much either. So I just wasn't really the song wasn't really something that I was just like, oh, I need. And then just like the beat too, it sounded like a beat from like 2012 or something, my nigga. Like it's not like a BMF or just one of them old Ross beats like from back in the day, like early. You know what I'm saying? And I just wasn't really fucking with it too much. I mean, Wale came in so trash on this fucking beat. I didn't fuck with it. Meek Mill was never spitting though. Like I will say that about Meek. I don't really fuck with him too much, but whenever I hear him, he damn near spits. So I mean, Meek Mill came in here spitting. Like I said, initially I didn't really fuck with it, but the song kind of grows on you as you listen to it. Cause I mean, it's just kind of like that like just hard sound that you kind of like just grows on you as you hear it. But like, it wasn't really. I don't know. So the next fucking song was called "Love Me Nina" slash Semi-Automatic, and I fucked with the first fucking beat. So it like switches up. It's almost like two songs in one. But I definitely fucked with the first fucking beat. Love Me, fuck, on Love Me Nina, and then like Wale had a nice flow on that motherfucker, and then like so the first half of the song was just like a gun about a gun, obviously Nina, and he's just like personifying the gun, and then the second song was his second half of the song. He was talking about it's called semi-automatic, so he's talking about like how you have to take several shots, and you might not hit every shot, might not achieve, I mean, be a winner all the time. You know what I'm saying? But if you take some shots, you're gonna hit some of them like semi-automatic. You might not hit all the shots, but you're gonna hit some of them. So that was like a cool song. It had a cool little concept behind it. I didn't really fuck with the second beat so much, but like I said, it was a cool concept. And then so next song was "Break My Heart" featuring Lil Durk, and this is probably it's a tie between this song and 50 in the Safe, which is a couple songs later. But Break My Heart, featuring Lil Durk, this was one of my favorite songs on the album for sure. I fucked with the hook, just like initially, Durk killed it. I fucked with Durk's verse, it just fit perfectly. The whole concept behind the whole song. And then, like, initially, I didn't really care for Wale's flow on this song, but like I said, after the like third, fourth, fifth listen, like the flow grew on me, and I kind of felt like he was riding the beat. And you know what I'm saying? The song's kind of self-explanatory. "Don't Break My Heart." It's just them rapping about like different situations of love. So then the next song was called "Debbie," and it kind of had like a single feel to me, and I felt like it's supposed to be like a dance track, a feel good track. I think that was Diddy on the intro. I don't know, maybe I'm tripping, maybe it wasn't Diddy. Sound like Diddy, but it was a cool little vibe. You know, like I said, the song grows on you as you hear it a couple times. It wasn't one of my favorite songs. It was kind of just there, but it was a cool little vibe. So then the next song, 12th song on the album, is called 50 in the Safe. And this fucking hook is just fucking fire. And like I said, this is a tie between this song and Break My Heart between being my favorite songs on this album, because these like this fucking hook is fucking fire to me. Like that hook is fucking fire. So on the hook is this nigga named Pink Sweats. And the song is just about getting money and stacking up and just like putting money in the safe, 50 in the safe. So like I just really fuck with that whole vibe, the whole beat, the hook was fucking fire. Wale's verses were cool. Like that hook is fucking fire. I can't say that fucking up. That hook is fucking fire. So next song after that was "Set You Free," and coming from a fire ass hook, so I felt like this hook was corny, and just the song was just like cliche. I could have did without this song for sure. It sounded like a female R&B song, uh, and like I don't like really relate to female music too much, so like I just didn't really fuck with this song, and just like the whole vibe of it, it just wasn't me. Like it felt like I said, a female R&B song, and it just wasn't my vibe. So the next song was called "Black Bonnie," and that was featuring Jacquees or Jacquez, however you say that nigga's name. I think it's just Jacquees, but and that nigga sound like a nigga from the '90s, an R&B nigga from the '90s, and I don't really know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I just feel like that nigga, like his voice, like sometimes it sounds good, but sometimes it just sounds like he's trying too hard. It sound like a nigga that can't really sing, nigga, but still singing. I don't know, like I don't know. Some niggas fuck with it. I don't know, but like the song's about a chick, and he's comparing her to Bonnie, from Bonnie and Clyde. And it's just like I don't know. It's just like a self-explanatory song. And then the next song was next and the last song was called "Pole Dance" by Megan Thee Stallion. And after listening to this song, I've come to the verdict that I just don't fuck with Megan Thee Stallion. I felt like this was like damn near like a filler song, like ride the wave song, like try to capitalize off Megan Thee Stallion's hype. You know what I'm saying? And just it wasn't for me. Like honestly, I could have did without this song. Like fucking this song that set you free. Like damn near like the last three songs that damn near could have did without. Honestly, like just to keep it 100. So uh to cap it up, like the whole album, I felt like it had a cool little vibe to it. Like the theme behind the whole album, I didn't really. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like Danny Brown's album. I don't feel like it had like a whole central theme to it, but it kind of had like a different type of just like shit that he's been through like since his last album, and he's just talking about wow, that's crazy, and he's just like reflecting on things because like a lot of shit has just been crazy. Like he's just I don't feel like it had like a storytelling theme, but it did have like a central theme of just like him reflecting on his life since his last album, and he's just talking about like since shit's been crazy since then. So like wow, that's just crazy, and I feel like he's just telling a lot of stories, just like telling where his mindset at, and just reflecting. So it did have like a good theme behind it, like a whole theme of like reflection. To me, that's what I thought the theme was, and I feel like if he fucking would have cut off like maybe a couple of these like I said the last three songs, this motherfucker damn near could have really been up there. Like I like to grade the albums, you know what I'm saying? I like to grade the albums, and I'm gonna have to give this album a 9 out of 10. Wale, wow, that's crazy. Album a 9 out of 10 because this is like it was a good album. If he had cut out those last three songs, he could have fucking got a 9.5. I would like there's a lot of songs on here I vibe with, and even the songs that weren't exactly my speed, they still were cool listenables. Like they were listenable, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have to skip any songs. Like I said, the last song, "Pole Dance," I could definitely do without. I will not listen to that album. I mean, I will not listen to that song ever again. That song is done. But like the Black Bonnie, I could listen to it if I need to. To Set You Free, I can listen to it if I need to. But I would probably cut the album off at song 12, at 50 in the Safe. 1 through 12, fucking fire. So if he'd have kept that album like right there, I'd have gave it a 9.5 for sure. Because even still in there, there's some songs that like I don't necessarily need, but they're cool. I'll keep them. But like the last three songs could have cut off, so I'm gonna just give it a 9. But if he'd have cut off those last three and made the album like between 10 and 12 songs, that nigga damn near could have got a 9.5 or 10 out of me. But my final verdict on the Wale's Wow That's Crazy album is a 9 out of 10. This is definitely a good album. It surprisingly enough, it's one of the better albums of the year. It really is. It definitely is. And I wouldn't expect to say that. And that coming from me should really actually mean something from a nigga that does not fuck with Wale. I like to say like I can remain subjective, and subjectively like that was a good body of work. The production, the lyrics, I was gonna say beats, obviously production, the engineering, just like concepts behind the songs, just that was a good album. So Wale did his thing on this album. Will I go back and listen to this album? Probably not, because like I said, I don't fuck with Wale. But it gave me a new respect for Wale for sure. It definitely showed me that he's a true artist, and he's a true lyricist. And it definitely showed me that he can make some good music. So like I said, will I go back and listen to this album? Probably not. But there were definitely 3 songs that I didn't add them to my playlist, but I liked them. And Google Play, it makes a whole playlist like that. And I like to kind of make that playlist different. So songs that I like, but I don't actually want to put them on my playlist and hear every day. I just like them. And then every now and then I go back and listen to that liked song playlist. So this would be a good little few songs on that liked playlist that when I go listen to that, it'll be a cool, like, hey, yeah, Wale can do his shit. But like, will I go back and listen to this album? Probably not. I don't fuck with Wale too hard like that. I don't fuck with him at all, really. But this was definitely a good album, and I recommend that you go check it out. Wale, wow, that's crazy. 9 out of 10 from Donnie Ray. So, like I said, this is Donnie Ray's No Fucking Filter album review. Just review Wale's Wow That's Crazy album. And next week, I'm going to do Kevin Gates' album. I don't really know the name of it right now, but I heard a lot of good things about that album, so I'm going to review that album. Make sure you check out that review. Make sure you check out the fucking Donnie Ray's No Filter. We're going to be dropping one of them this week. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Black on Black, BLACK on BLACC. I think that's it. We out. Yes, sir.